this video, I'm going to show you how to fold this really cute paper bag. The supplies will be in the description below, so let's get started. First, you take a 12-inch sheet of, this is scrapbook paper. It's actually a really nice scrapbook paper, and it's 12-inch square, pretty common size, and I cut some accessory pieces, one for the strap, one for the as an embellishment, and a little metal piece, and I'm ready to fold. So I'm going to fold it in half in a triangle, and in the first case I will fold all the way. I will make a crease all the way to the bottom, at the bottom edge, and then I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to make a pinch fold in the center. I'm not going to fold it, crease it all the way. I'm just going to make a pinch just to mark that spot, and then I'm going to fold each end, or the two farther ends, and I'm going to make another pinch just to mark the spot, because I don't want to put creases in the bag. That's why I'm doing this. These are just to mark my spots. Now I'm going to take the bottom point, and I'm going to fold it right to that first pinch mark, the farthest one away from that, and now I'm going to make a crease. That will be the side of my bag. I'm going to turn it over, and I'm just same thing. I'm bringing the bottom edge right, that little corner, right to that pinch mark, and then I'll crease. Now I have the sides, both sides of the bag. I'm going to open it up and fold it in half, back on the same crease that I had before, and I am going to make a hem. Now this is the part that will determine the base of the purse, or the width of the bottom of it. So this is about 1 inch or so. You can make it wider or narrower depending on what you want to do, and then fold the left side and the right side up to meet that crease line. Just fold the bottom edge to meet the crease that's on the side. That's the side of the bag. These are important creases. Make sure they're nice and crisp and sharp. And when you open up the entire piece, you will see there's actually markings, and you want to fold the outer points to that outermost crease, that little point there. You'll see why I'm doing it later. Same thing, fold the point right to that little spot, right to that spot there. Now I'm going to fold it back kind of in half again, and I'm not making new creases. I'm just kind of reversing old creases and just folding it on the existing crease. I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to fold that bottom edge up along the existing crease, and then I'm going to fold back those sides, not making new creases, but just reinforcing the creases I've already made. Now I'm going to take the top flaps, and I'm just going to fold them down, and that determines this top part of my purse. I'm going to do that on both layers, and just give it a nice sharp crease. Now I'm going to unfold the whole thing again, and I'm going to assemble. Pretty much all the folds are done now. So the bottom is, I'm just going to start creating a box, basically, using that bottom as the base and just kind of keeping that flat. And then I'm going to be bringing up the sides and everything together. And it all kind of comes together because I've been pre-creasing. All these creases were done for a good reason. So now I'm just creating the side and collapsing that in. And you'll feel, it feels right when you know it's going together. So I've got the two left and the right sides, and you can see it just kind of collapses into a part of a box, the side of a box. Kind of looks like a scooper. And I'm just going to put down some tape. You can use some glue as well, but this tape makes it quick. It's a little bulky, but it works. And now, because I've pre-creased everything, I'm just going to put it back on and let that tape just stick to the sides, and that secures it. And I want those sides to be secure as well, so I'm going to carefully put that tape inside that side so that it will adhere, and the sides of the purse will look more real, like it's been stitched together. So this top flap, or this flap, I'm going to put some tape on it, and I'm going to just, after I've taped it, I'm going to fold it right down into that box on the existing crease. You can see just right, should be pretty easy. And now that side is done. So one side done, one more to go. So now I'm just going to do the same thing as I did on the last side, except I'm not folding that flap in. I'll keep the flap out, and that will be the closure. So again, I'm going to use the tape, and I'm going to just fold everything back. Just kind of go back to where it was. I'm not making any new creases now. All the work has been done. So the sides look pretty good. I'm going to, I think it needs to have a little tape on the sides. I'm just checking to make sure everything is right, folds down right. It looks pretty good. So to determine the top, you just want to take the strip of paper, and this is about a 3/4 inch strip by 12-inch strip of accent paper. And I just want to make a little, like a little score line, or a little plate, a notch where I'm going to make the crease. I just want it to be the same exact width as that strap piece will be. And I'm going to make a new crease right here at the top of my purse flap. Just give that make that the same size, and then you're going to be fine. If it's too small, the strap won't work. And if it's too big, it's probably not a problem, but then the purse won't close right. So that is the way I figured it out. It just should be the same width as the strap. So now I need to tape the sides, and it's a little hard to get in there. So if you have glue, you can use glue as well. I prefer using white glue. It dries fairly quickly, but you don't want to use too much because it could cause some wrinkling of the paper, just depending on the paper you're using. But I'll just do the tape just to be quick. So now my purse is pretty much done, except it needs a little detailing, and it needs the strap. So I cut a piece of accent paper, just a triangle, just to kind of match the angle of the flap. And I'm going to put some white glue, not too much to where it squeezes out, but just enough to make it stick well. And I'll put it on the end. And the reason I'm using glue this time is I have a little time to reposition the glue. So, I mean, with tape, if I don't put it on exactly perfectly right, then it could be a little off kilter. So the glue is a little bit more forgiving, and it works for me to put the papers perfectly together. Now that I have that put on, I'm going to go ahead and apply the strap. I'll wait for this to dry a little bit, but it should set once I've given it a few seconds. It's going to be hard to remove at this point. So I'll go ahead and use some of my trusty tape, and I will put it on about an inch or so on the ends of the inside part of the strap, not the decorative side, but the wrong, as they call the wrong side. And I'm just going to put it wrong side down on the inside of my little rectangular crease, and I'm going to do the same thing right in that little area, and that will be my strap. Now I can actually do some decorating on the inside, putting some more papers on the inside, but I'm not doing it today. But when I give it as a gift, I will finish it off on the inside as well, just by getting pieces of paper and just making it pretty when you open the bag. So now I'm just making sure it all works. And this is a nice little corner. This is a Tim Holtz corner I got a long time ago. I don't know if they're still made, but they're pretty wonderful. I just pinch it down with my fingers, and Then I will need to take a pair of pliers to really secure it, but they're really, really handy. And what's really nice about them is then I can use a magnet, the thin magnet strips. I'll be able to use that, and this will be my closure. I won't have to stitch or sew or add glue or anything. That will work to make a closure. So I'm going to take a piece of magnet tape and cut a piece that's just about a little bit under, maybe a square that's about an inch square, just enough so that the little corner covers it completely. And I'm bending it a little so that it will grab onto the metal piece, and that's the magnetized side. And I'll just remove the tape, and it's a pretty sticky magnet strip, so once I put it down on the bag, it's not moving. So I have to be very mindful about when I put this down. So just very carefully, I'm going to close the bag, make sure everything is just sort of lined up, tops lined up, and then gently press without squishing the bag. And I'll open it, and I'll press hard, and now that magnet's not moving. So my purse is finished, and isn't it adorable? I just love this thing. It makes fun gifts, and you can put goodies inside. You can make them any size, bigger or smaller, and there you have it. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. Please subscribe to my channel, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.